Good morning to everybody in the PS universe. Yeah, it's me once again, your host, Reverend Fry Daddy. You know me, the ambassador of chaos, the one and only, Floridian, Discordian, jackass of all trades, masturbator of none. And welcome to another episode of The Other Side with, of course, me, the Rev. Now, I love communicating with folks. I really do. That's one thing I enjoy in this world. I started putting up some content on YouTube just for shits and giggles. A couple videos here and there, a little short, whatever. And I got a comment and I was like, oh, I was blessed. But yeah, I enjoy every time somebody comments on anything that we do, negative or positive or even undecisive or whatever. But I got to respond to this because I think it's awesome. And it goes like this. Hey, Rev, I see you're new to YouTube. I want you to have fun exploring. So yeah, I want to respond to that because to misquote LL Cool J, don't call it a comeback. We've been here for years. Now, in a universe much like your own, a long time ago, PS You Got This was started by JD, aka the Iceman, and your Reverend Fry Daddy around 2019 when we started collaborating on different ideas we met in a group. Now, each of us were our own content creators across a few different platforms. PS You Got This was developed for YouTube because we wanted to be more than just a, standard podcast or cookie cutter or whatever you want to call it. Now, after a while, we got, our third member, who is Gaseous Clay, who went from being a guest to a full-time third host. And we knew there was something special growing. We started to expand on social media platforms, and the PS universe just took off. Now, with the unfortunate time in Lumen, your Rev walked away from all social media for mental and personal reasons. And if you go back and listen to our shows, I explained that many a times. I'm not going to reiterate over and over again. Sometimes I do with some things. But distribution became an issue, and as a group, or better yet, as our family, we chose to infiltrate the podcast platforms. Now, that's podcasting, but an entertainment show. Now, we knew we had something cooking, and yes, it's still on the stove cooking right now, baby. We were able to create and share with a larger audience on a scale unforeseen by us. We really didn't know how popular audio really was at the time. The PS universe is in full swing. Weekly content and plenty of hearts and minds to reach out to, not to mention distribution to many other platforms. The dream was showing up and we were having an awesome time at it. A few years later, my original YouTube, G Drive, Gmail, anything pretty much connected to Google got banned for policy violation. Now, I reached out to everyone I could to find out what, when, who, how, or ever I violated Google policy. I got no answers. Dude, I even sent letters to these companies in the mail with the envelope, the stamp, the whole 9 yards, looking for answers. Still nothing. I can dig getting banned for something I did, whatever, because I'm a pretty, outlandish motherfucker. But the idea is no one can tell me what I violated or how I violated or anything like that. The one thing that did piss me off the most was the powers to be not me access to the content I created. Even stuff I had saved on G Drive and Gmail was all lost, and stuff that wasn't backed up, gone. Now, I've had issues with computers, laptops, the whole 9 yards. So I've got like 4 or 5 different hard drives with stuff that are backed up, whatever. But if I want to get those, I got to get, rebuild, whatever. But still, the content I created was mine. And I know I got to share it on, public platforms because some kind of, trick with copyrights and all that shit. I get that. I created some beautiful shit and gone. Couldn't get it back. After a few months with no positive results, I walked away more and more from social media and platforms due to, like I say, mental and personal reasons. But still working to build the PS universe, and I felt comfortable. And the best way to do that was, you got it. I went back underground because I am a hermit. So I didn't post anywhere. We just made shows and put it out there, and whoever found it, found it. That's the way I work, man. That's what I do. We didn't do this for money. We didn't do this for popularity. We did it for social clout. None of that shit. We did it because we enjoyed doing these things. We kept the show going by uploading to a podcast platform, and I believe it was Spreaker at the time. And they distributed it to a handful of audio services. Then Spreaker, we went to Anchor. Now Anchor is called Anchor or Spotify for podcasters or something like that. That's what we're still using right now. But they distribute to a couple of different audio streams, and and we sit here right now at 3,897 streams and downloads across Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, and other music services. And I want to thank to each and every one of y'all for being there for us. Shortly after my Google YouTube ban, I had to create another account, but I didn't post any content. But I had to keep up with my medical, personal, and legal connections through mail, G Drive, and everything like that. Now, I chose not to upload or post on YouTube for years. But I kept the channel open because I like to watch videos, listen to music, and of course find out info on movies, games, and entertainment. Oh yeah, and a shout out to all those who helped this old fart find ways through dungeons on Skyrim, shortcuts on Hot Wheels, hidden treasures, and Borderlands, and many other games that I enjoy. So thank you all for those things. Just recently I started uploading to YouTube again, just for shits and giggles. So yeah, I'm not new per se, I'm just having fun. The PS Universe is alive and well. PS You Got This, the PS After Dark, and the Other Side with the Rev are still bouncing around. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. We are still basically underground, yet if you dig a little bit, you'll find us and become part of the PS Universe. Now, here's the thing. I do post our shows or episodes, anything I can, dealing with our program on X. We get a lot of returns on those, so that's the only place I really go to. So you won't find us anywhere else unless you are sharing the links and throwing them out there, which I appreciate very much. But I always want to say to everybody in the PS Universe, and of course your own mind universe, if you want to call it, be you for you. So much love from your Reverend Fry Daddy, but never get it twisted. I drop F-bombs like pennies on prom night. I love each and every one of y'all. I hope y'all have a good weekend, and we'll holler at y'all next time.